questioning, where is the love? What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mama. I think the whole world addicted to the drama, only attracted to think that will bring you drama. The love, where is the love, the love, the love, the love, where is the love, the love, the People killing, people dying, children hurt, you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? Would you turn the other cheek? Father, help us, and society's from above. People got me questioning, where is the love?
People killing, people dying. Can you practice what you preach? Father, help us. People got me questioning, where is the love?
People killing, people dying, children hurt, you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? Would you turn the other cheek? Father, help us, and society's from above. People got me questioning, where is the love?
Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself. There's no one I can turn to. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on. Moving on.
Turn my heart up, throw me in water. I'm getting higher just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're nothing. Oh,
I think I'm overdosing.
I think that
I think I'm overdosing.
I think that
I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
it's getting stronger, can't take no longer, walking on fire. I'm getting higher just to feel ya, cause I need to. Feels like I'm burning a little bit more, just a little bit more now. Taking the potion just to feel ya, cause I need ya. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
It's getting stronger.
I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. 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 I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
Flowers after midnight. Know that it seems strange, but it's alright. And in the morning, when I wake up, I see the flowers next to my makeup. I see flowers. After midnight, know that it seems strange, but it's alright. And in the morning, when I wake up, I see the flowers next to my makeup. And in the morning, when I wake up, I see the flowers next to my makeup. I see the flowers. 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 The flowers. I see the flowers. I see the flowers.
No, it's not a Benz, it's a starship. But to leave a dent in the galaxy, echo through the hills and the valleys, I'll forever walk with heat. Style is so current till it's shocking. Been around the end so you can't miss me. No, you're not to guess who the Don is. Have to make a mark in deep as talk is. Hold up. Me don't tell them I no long talk. Hold up. Me don't tell them I no long talk. Yeah. So we do it, you know. Action over words, you understand? Place and lift up like Barkley when the young gargan walking. Now miss when me aim for the target. Problems, no, you don't want it. Make money, make moves, left carnage. Without a warning, still out performing. Action, me I deal with charging. Me don't tell them I no long talking. Style is so current till it's shocking. Been around the end so you can't miss me. No, you're not to guess who the Don is. Have to make a mark in deep, cause talk is. Me don't tell them I no long talking. Me don't tell them I no long talking. Me don't tell them I no long talking. Hold up. Me don't tell them I no long talk. Talk, 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 talk. Hold up. Talk, 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 talk. Me don't tell them I no long talk. It's a starship.
Not to lose the game. The darkest night is always seen. Wait on the night, and we're face to face. I've heard about you, you know about me. Already enough not to lose the game. The darkest night is always seen. Wait on the night, and we're face to face. I've heard about you, you know about me. Already enough not to lose the game. No, no, not to lose the game. No, not to lose the game. Not to lose the game. Not to lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Not to lose the game. The darkest night is always seen. Wait on the night, and we're face to face. I've heard about you, you know about me. Already enough not to lose the game. The sweetest touch I've ever felt. The sweetest things I got with your kiss. Let's stay forever in this embrace. Mixing the sunrise with the ocean breeze. No, not to lose the game. No, not to lose the game. No, the game, lose the game, lose the game, lose the game, not to lose the game.
The economy is lying, children are dying, sickness consumed all of my plans. Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? I'd really love to riot based on my information diet. In this political climate, it's too hot to take a stance. Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Celebrity, darling, take a chance. Do you want to dance? I may be brazen, but at least I'm not bruised. Honesty is weakness, and I'd rather not be used. Let's play romance. Do you want to dance? Ticking, time bomb. All hear it click. We stay quiet, so I let my feet throw a fit. 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 Yeah.
job on your case, man. With original styling. To all the girls out there, move that sexy body. Make them scream and shout. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, 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 move it,
a new car, new ring. Pull up at the big surf, and I got a big surf. Agencies put us in the work. We been smoking good, good. Smoking on a good, good. Living like a young man should. Yeah. I'm all alone. Thinking about the times that we had on our own. Even everything that was on the phone. It's all deleted, 'cause I don't wanna see it. 'Cause I know that I never cross your mind, do you? 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 And I keep on thinking of you. And I keep on dreaming of you. Yeah. I can't even feel when we're both alone tonight. Yeah. And I keep on thinking of you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. It's another Darkest Hour broadcast. You know me, Danny Fanta, but you don't know my colleague here today, Cash. How we doing tonight, man?
Hey, good evening. Hey, glad to be here. Ready to see a nice matchup on Overpass. I'm excited.
Yeah, Overpass being the map tonight. Both of these teams pretty familiar with the map overall, but I think this is going to be a really big challenge for Darkest Hour. It's been a bit of an up and down season for them, sitting at 3-4 currently in ESEA main. But Viquity, they're on a 5-win streak, and carrying that momentum going into the later half of the season, that can always be a little bit tough, you know.
For sure. Darkest Hour is going to have a tough matchup tonight. They definitely would like to win this one, get that 4th or 5th win there, and hopefully put a stop to Viquity's win streak here.
Yeah, now let's actually take a look at the kind of like the specific stats before we do get into the match, where we wait for these players to ready up on Overpass specifically. You look at Darkest Hour, Overpass, it's been kind of a miss for them. I mean, they've kept it close overall, but the 2 times that they have played it are losses. You look at the other side, you look at Viquity, and these guys, they win Overpass a lot, 3 in a row. So the fact that it does land on Overpass, you look at the stats, and you know the stats don't tell the full story, but overall, you feel pretty confident in Viquity moving into this match.
For sure. Definitely Viquity has a little bit of an advantage there with the momentum, but hey, it's a best of 1. Anything can happen.
That is a great point. We are getting into the knife round here, and you know, you look at a map like Overpass and how CT-sided it is. I think overall it is CT-sided, but not as much as some other maps, maybe like an Ancient or like an Inferno, or even probably a Nuke as well. That's kind of the big one that comes to mind when you think of really CT-sided maps. I think on Overpass, you have a good solid setup on that T side. You can get some rounds, keep that CT money down.
Sure.
Exactly. And it's not going to matter, though, because Darkest Hour are starting off on the CT side here, so I'm sure they will be quite happy about that. There we go. Game is in focus now. Ready to get it going.
Wonder what they're going to buy. It looks like 1 kid on the CT side with a smoke, 4 sets of armor, while over on the T side they are going to invest in 1 P250, 1 set of utility. Personally, I don't love that they did not drop the P250 over to another armored player, because he's going to be throwing the utility. Right as I say that, he drops the utility, he does the ladder.
And, you know, we have to mention once again that Capital, one of the better fraggers for Darkest Hour, he left the team and will not be here for the rest of the season with an internal hand injury. So Frizzy, he's stepping in. I believe this is his 2nd or 3rd game with Darkest Hour, and he's also in charge of the calls. So it's a little bit of a difficult adjustment, but for the most part, Darkest Hour have been able to keep these matches close.
Hey, maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Who knows?
For Darkest Hour. But that's exciting to see. It's always cool to have someone else get another chance in these matches. But pretty slow start to this pistol round. We're a minute deep. Nothing has really been exchanged information-wise, but looks like B-site's going to be the move as they throw 1 smoke mid-site and they're out monster. I think Darkest Hour is going for a bit of a retake setup on this B-site as they have 2 players tucked in the pit here. 1 back graffiti. And they're going to go 2 for 2 as, oh my lord, Eazen's going to tap off that Heaven player.
That's a
making
crucial
it a 3
shot.
versus 2. That is a big... Goes from being an equal scenario to now in their favor. As he's battling. Getting this P250 to work. Gets another. However, 1 versus 1. I am not on his side. Kit recovered though.
If you can get the P.
Young Drippa jiggles. The
Yeah, he's
lack of
got it.
ammo came down to that. That was as close as it gets though, my god. Very technical round.
Yeah, very close pistol round right there. Could have gone either way, but a really good job by Young Dripper to just jiggle that, not fully expose himself. All it would take is 1 bullet to the head from that USP, but he didn't give himself away. Keeps that time ticking.
Time's on his side.
And there you go.
Plays it to perfection, without a doubt. As Viquity takes that first. Very nice. And they got that bomb plan. That's really big for the T side early on. Extra money in their pockets.
Got Galil's across the board for Viquity here. Plenty of utility to go along with it. So Darkest Hour on a bit of the back foot here, I would say. They're stacking a couple players here in connector. It'll be Frizzy to swing in, locate that one player.
Like it.
But, I mean, with that USP, not much he can do. So he'll just grab the information and fall back.
It looked like he was kind of sacrificing himself a bit there, going for a peek, trying to make the player get a kill and then run into the stack there. Try and go for like a 1-for-1 weird exchange, I think. However, this Molotov is going to tear the setup away. Great utility usage. The player is going to come from water and open that door at the same time. And it looks like they're going to hold this connector down. This is where the round is going to end at. Wait, they steal 1 frag away at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, not much to say there. Viquity, they're entirely prepared for that push through the connector. The bomb is already down, and so for Darkest Hour, you're really just looking to make that round as expensive as possible. Maybe take some rifles out of the hands of Viquity so that the rebuys are a little bit more expensive than what they should be. Although, this is the big swing round here for Darkest Hour. M4s across the board. Looking to put their first on.
Sure. The first true test. Economy's on the line here. Looks like a couple of the CTs did not invest in any head armor. Will this come into play as 4 Galils are out there and a Mac 10? They now will die to 1 shot to the head. It could be a difference, but the what ifs. Looks like a bit of a default coming out as well too. Exchanging some utility towards this monster position. Pretty standard overpass as Darkest Hour is going to reflash in to try and retake that position. Did they spot the player outside B? I'm not sure. Did you know overpass is actually the biggest map in all of CSGO?
No, I did not. That's actually
A little
interesting.
fun fact for you. So that's why it definitely plays a bit slower for that reason. A bit more map controlling. But looks like with 50 seconds on the clock, Viquity does have mid control. Darkest Hour doesn't really have a player spotting for this. However, they're going for a bit of a double A setup. If Viquity kind of hits the site right now, they might catch him in a weird spot. However, with getting an opening like that,
yeah,
Raze is gonna simplify things for sure, making it a 5 versus 4.
Yeah,
Raze player is pretty low.
Raze is that key play over there towards long. They needed to take him down. I mean, they get the dink, but it's just not enough, so they've got to back up and make their way all the way over to this B site. But there's 2 players lying in wait. It's Wilson and Axe holding things down, waiting as this time ticks. There's a double from Axe. Bochi will at least get 1 back, but there's still 1 lurking around the backside of this pillar. And Wilson, he goes unchecked, unnoticed the whole time. And that ends up being the thorn in the side of Viquity to give Darkest Hour their first round.
Yeah, that was a clean buy round from Darkest Hour there. Great stuff, making it pretty cheap. Only 2 players going down there. Using that time advantage in their favor. Viquity really out of options there with about 15 seconds as they execute in. Forces them in. Darkest Hour is able to play off that and close it out on that B site very cleanly.
And technical timeout being called here from Viquity as one of their players has disconnected from the server. Hopefully that gets resolved fairly quickly. But overall, good response from Darkest Hour. You get the guns in, you get the round win, and that's the key to success. You really want to be converting on these gun rounds. Otherwise, that CT economy, with how fragile it can be, all of a sudden the T side can really start stacking some rounds on top of each other.
Especially with Viquity getting this 2-0 start too. Winning that first gun round is that much more impactful off the back of it because Viquity is going to run away with a huge economy advantage. in the early game here if Darkest Hour doesn't do anything in that first gun round. However, with only 2 reinvestments required, Darkest Hour is sitting pretty here to string together a couple rounds. Can Viquity stop them? I'm curious to see if they're going to force into this or if they're going to decide to save. They know Darkest Hour doesn't have the best economy, but it's kind of iffy. You could see it going either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have the money to buy through a couple rifles. If they did force through, there wouldn't be a whole lot of utility. And I think on a map like Overpass, if you're kind of trying to force your way into these rush situations, like maybe go through Monster, you can find yourself facing a lot of HE grenades, Molotovs, flashes. It's really tough to get through Overpass quickly. I haven't seen a lot of T setups where that kind of fast-paced style works.
It's definitely very risky, but it's one of those things, if Darkest Hour can't stop a B rush, Viquity should just abuse that.
Yeah.
But I bet you're betting on it being either a save or a rush B by the sounds of it.
I would think maybe a half buy, maybe some Deagle's bot, maybe an SMG or two.
Work a mid. I like that.
I could see that happening.
Go for a little pick here and there. See what we can get done.
Well, this timeout is actually taking a lot longer than we thought it would, so we don't want to bore you guys with our rambling. We'll throw it to a quick break. You guys can listen to the music, and we'll be right back as soon as that player decides to reconnect. So stick with us, guys. We'll be right back.
Can't stand emotions, it's like the fire. Can't stand emotions, it's like the fire. Can't stand, can't stand, can't stand, can't stand, can't stand. Can't stand emotions, it's like the fire. What can I do, baby? 2 weeks without you, I can't wait so long. What can I do, baby? Never let the love begin. I can't wait to see you again. Never let the love begin. Drowning in the sea, trying to go back. I can't wait to see you again. Drowning in the sea, trying to go back. Can't stand, can't stand. I can't stand, can't stand. I can't stand, can't stand. Can't stand, can't stand, can't stand. Can't stand, can't stand. I can't stand, can't stand. Can't stand emotions, it's like a fire. What can I do, baby? 2 weeks without see you, I can't wait so long. What can I do, baby? Can't stand, 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 can't stand. Can't stand, can't stand. Can't stand, can't stand. Can't stand, can't stand. Never, never let the love begin. I can't wait to see you again. Never, never let the love begin. Drowning in the sea, trying to go back. I can't wait to see you again now.
Alright, looks like the player has gotten it resolved. It was Eason who was having some internet connectivity issues, but we're back, and we do have an answer to what Viquity are going to do. They're force buying in.
See if they do the rush B strat that you called, or if they're just going to spread out and work this. They actually scrounged up quite a bit more utility than I expected, to be fully honest with you.
And I think with that many grenades in hand, they'll probably just look to play this a little more meticulously, clear out some of these angles, take some map control. But so far, slow, and a couple players working through connector.
Definitely taking it slow here. 2 towards connector, 2 outside A, 1 outside B. The boys are splitting up, looking for something. However, nothing being offered up. Darkest Hour playing snug in this CT setup.
Raid's he's sitting right outside the bathroom's entrance here, looking to take a peek. He's heard the reload. He's gonna get a flash in from his teammate. He'll spray down one, and Yados is right there on the trade despite him going down. So that's some good damage done. It gives Darkest Hour a 1-man advantage after all those gunfights have concluded. And Viquity, they've got to pick up the scraps and reset.
Yeah, that is a great counter flash, actually, from the CT side there. If you saw, it looked like Viquity flashed a player in right through the front of bathroom there, and the second after that flash ended, the CT called for a flash at the front of bathroom, and he was able to capitalize off that very well. So that was a great play from Darkest Hour for sure.
And Yados has seen these two players on long through the jump spots. So now Viquity, with not much time left, they're just going to throw everything they have onto this A site. Jono trying to tag some people up from long, looks to swing in. Great headshot found onto Frizzy. Looking to push in deeper, but Wilson is here on truck, and he gets 2, which is going to bring things down to a 1v1. 10 seconds left, and Axe, he's going to work his way up towards the truck. I think he's been seen, though, but with that MP9, he's trying to get up close.
Gets a little bit of damage off, 1 versus 1, and straight duel coming out. That little bit of damage advantage that the MP9 was able to find in the beginning came out to win him it, as he was left with 28 points of health. And that is a humongous 1 versus 1 there. Viquity doing great stuff there to even make that close, as it was a 4 versus 3 as they executed into that site.
Yeah, they kind of brute forced their way in there.
Yeah, that was actually very impressive. That opening frag onto the bank player is exactly what Viquity needed. If their entry frag goes down there with nothing, that's round over right then and there.
And so, with that clutch from Axe, Darkest Hour have broken the money of Viquity. Just some upgraded pistols. You got 3 flashes, 2 in the hands of Eason, 1 for Aaron. They'll look to kind of push everyone together. Nice trade. But these M4s, there is one picked up from Bochi, although I think it still should be pretty easy work here.
Yado's cleaning that up, making sure it doesn't get out of line and a little bit expensive. Makes it a 4 versus 1. Viquity taking down 1 player. This is only 1 person to reinvest. Over with this M4, can he do anything with it? Yes, he can. Gets the 1. 3 versus 1, though. Too much to ask. Yados closes it.
Yep. Only the 1. Darkest Hour, they keep it fairly clean, only losing 2 players in that round, so the rebuys won't be too worrisome for them. Haven't seen an AWP yet. They haven't had just quite enough money to throw one out, but I do feel like when it is brought in, it could be quite a big factor moving into this later part of the first half.
For sure. Viquity as well, not able to get an off, just the way their economy has flown in these first 5 rounds. But also with that round, when Darkest Hour takes back the lead from Viquity, you got to think this weighs a little bit on the other team's mental, as you had a 2-0 start and now it's 3-2. With them having the economy advantage.
1 for 1. Reza tries to get out of there, but gets caught on the retreat. 4v4. And Viquity heavily leaning towards this A side. You got a couple players working up long. But the only person here to take them down is Yados, and he just cannot take Aaron down. With that pick, things are going to be a lot more complicated for Darkest Hour. They've rotated Frizzy up towards this site, but there's still 2 players.
A big thing about that frag as well is the CT only spotted him before going down. He did not spot the other 3 players carrying the bomb as well back in long. So that frag is monumental in this round.
And they really are just kind of toying with the mental of Darkest Hour right now. Not entirely sure where they can come from. So much open space for Viquity to work with, and here come the nades. It's going to be an open A bomb site as Darkest Hour go for a bit of the gamble stack with 3 players remaining, and surely this should be a save.
Absolutely. And they're 1 step ahead of you, it looks like, with all 3 players triplets stacking up towards water here. And that one long frag there is pretty much what won this round out of Viquity. So that was a heroic 1K for sure.
And just a really good job of kind of keeping things quiet after that frag. You cut all noise. Darkest Hour have basically no information off of that frag that Yados he goes down for. Like you mentioned, he only sees that 1 player, so they can't necessarily rotate the players up to stop that A hit, and instead they just walk right up onto it.
For sure. It might have played out totally different if they saw that bomb and all 3 players barrel up towards that A site. However, that's a different world. Tie game, though.
How about another pause?
I think we're going to see a tactical timeout here. I'm sure Darkest Hour called this one here as 3 players alive, probably doing the math on what they can and can't buy. As 2 players trade around an SMG there.
Not surprised to see the full invest into this one. I mean, you have 3 rifles saved over. Why not?
For sure.
Trying
3-round win streak too, able to save them up a little bit of money. They also were able to save about, I think about 3 players around on the buy rounds. Keeping a bunch of players alive, definitely coming to aid them here. But this is a nice even round. Both teams fully investing into it here. This is kind of economies on the line. Whoever wins this round will probably win the next 2 rounds. Oof. This Frizzy's gonna get fried by some grenades, it looks like. And we have a straight battle here towards mid. There is going to be 4 players here. And Viquity able to come out on top for the first 2. However, Yados not expecting a 3rd player up here. How can they? Is going to equalize down to a 3 versus 3. However, he's stuck here. What? We'll see how this one... This is anyone's round at the moment.
Yeah, Raids is here to support, and that actually catches Young Drippa and Bochi. They were more focused on Yados, who was stuck in that party angle, and so he just sneaks up from behind, and Axe is right here to stop Jono from going any further into that B site. So Darkest Hour, I mean, they really just take the fight to Viquity there by Fountain.
Yeah, that is actually a great call and to push from a Raise that I think I just butchered his name there, but as he pushed mid there, as like you said, being so focused on him allows him to get that clean double kill and pretty much win the round right there for his team. Great stuff. As Darkest Hour as well, we'll retake that victory 4-3 here, not letting Viquity stack together a couple rounds.
And, you know, I think what's so great about that round from Darkest Hour is just the measured aggression there, especially on overpass on the CT side. Most of the time you do feel pretty comfortable just kind of sitting back on the bomb sites. That overpass can kind of play like that. Maybe you have one person spotting towards connector here and there, but if you can get those rounds consistently where you push forward and force Viquity to kind of respect you, like immediately coming out of spawn, it conditions them and it kind of forces them to invest more utility to clear out some of these deeper angles.
I think that's actually a great call from Darkest Hour as well. With Viquity playing so slow and running the clock down that far, if they buy 10 seconds in the beginning of the round, that might be enough to just win the round alone at the end of the round, if that makes any sense. They're playing the long con.
Well, Viquity, they do have enough money from that last round to buy in. It's a bit of a in shambles buy. Mac 10 on Young Drippa, and not a whole lot of utility, most of it being on the utility belt of Aaron. And another slow, methodical round from Viquity. They want to see if Darkest Hour are going to make the first mistake.
Very comfortable with this, without a doubt. It hasn't really worked all too well for them, to be fully honest. However, will this be the difference as all 5 players are headed towards this B site? 3 players in water here as utility flies over this B site's the target. 3 defenders. Can Wilson get anything done in the smoke? Frizzy finds one in the defense, making a 5 versus 4 as the trade goes the way of everyone. Very back and forth, making it a 2 versus 1 as these A players rotate in, able to flank and clean up one. Aaron in the 1 versus 2. What can he get done here? 20 seconds to work with. Finds one, almost gets that second. He's just a little bit to the right on the shot there. That was insanely close. However, Darkest Hour cleans it up, making it 5-3 here.
Quite a chaotic B-site execute right there. Darkest Hour, they kind of just held their ground. They weren't forcing any fights. They were waiting for them to walk into them. And then really, the rotations from construction are what's going to be the win here for Darkest Hour. Quickly working down connector, making sure that bomb doesn't go down, because it was a 2v2 for a short time.
Yeah, that was a fast flank, too.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that utility damage at mid. That is about 100+ damage from that one piece of utility.
Oh, he's gonna take another one.
He's brave.
He doesn't use that grenade, which is interesting. He's just gonna hold on to it. There is a player in bathrooms here, Raidza. He's gonna get rushed down, though.
Oh, no.
He's got to stay vigilant. That nade does a lot of damage, and he manages to survive, but they're still coming after him. The M4 spray down will take Bochi. He's got more players running right after him. He is just taking everybody down, and the Molotov from Yados will be enough to finalize things.
The M4A4 coming out to play, too. No need for the 20 mag M4A1S. He's got a 30 bullet gun there, and that's exactly when you want to have one when 5 players are running at you like that. It honestly was very impressive how long there was 10 players still alive. They were able to run all the way up long through bathroom in the front of A, making it 6-3. Viquity as well is going to be full buying into this. Is Darkest Hour going to be ready for it? 1 SMG present.
Axe and Wilson take a whole buttload of damage right there from the HEs, as well as that spam coming through. And so that's good early damage for Viquity. Aaron looking to swing in on long. It's a double setup over here, though. Yados and Raidza are kind of watching that bathroom side.
Be ready. The thing is, with this early damage, they can't really know that they've done 150 damage to the CT side. However, it's still a big factor in this round.
Oh, Yados sprays down Aaron. One more player is in long, though, and it's going to be a double swing. They're actually going to look to back up, and they'll get away.
Did they see the bomb? I don't think they did.
I don't believe they did. He was tucked away by that tree.
What?
Yeah,
This is bad news bears for Darkest Hour. I'm sure they're going to be heavy rotating B with the time on the clock. 45 seconds. They think long is clear. However, there is 4 players here.
mean, that flash over will give them some kind of hint. Here comes a counter flash from Reza. This could be big. They're going to double swing this. There's the first, but he grabs one kill. Jono grabs the other. Fantastic frags there. The nade will land to take Jono down, so it brings it to a 3v3. And that Molotov is going to delay things a considerable amount with the flanks coming in, although great shot from Young Drippa will take down Axe. All down to Frizzy here. Oof. Lands the headshot, Wilson from the backside, and Young Drippa holding towards the van, but that M4 is enough to take him down, and wow. I mean, what a back and forth round there.
Yeah, what a round. That was a very high display of skill there from both teams. That shot towards top connector from sight, very impressive. Another thing, that's the second time we've seen Viquity just brute force their way up long there. Is this a weakness in Darkest Hour's defense? Is Viquity finding this out?
I mean, like the 2 rounds we have seen that that brute force towards long, it's worked out in their favor mostly, but Darkest Hour are able to close it out in these late round scenarios, and you have to wonder how much of an effect will that play into these late rounds, because, you know, you can open up rounds well, you can get that early damage, but if you can't finish it,
ooh.
Wow, what are you going to do here? And Yados, we mentioned it before, that AWP picks it up and is already finding early impact.
Yeah, that's huge. Goes from a 5 versus 5 immediately down to a 5 versus 4 in the first 15 seconds. That makes things a lot more comfortable going forward. And like you said, you can get these nice opening kills and multi-frags, but if you don't close the round, does it really matter at the end of the day? Oh my god, a follow-up.
He's gonna get a third!
Oh my god.
Yados, a different player with the big green in his hands. 12 and 5, leading the way for his team.
Will he decide to reload this op here? The op nerf. 2 bullets in the clip to the spot that was never happening before. Oh my god, bad to worse. Viquity cannot catch a break as they're going to get brutalized in this gun round. No players going down from Darkest Hour. This is a clean sweep. AKs recovered. There's 4 players with AKs on this CT side. What is this?
One by one, they all go down, Cash. I mean, that's as methodical and smooth as it gets for Darkest Hour, and I'm sure.
Darkest Hour has them figured out. That's
all right.
What I would say.
I mean, after a round like that, I'm no surprise that Viquity takes another timeout here.
Yeah, I think they're back to the drawing board right here on this one. They are realizing that anything they do, Darkest Hour seems to be just one single step ahead. Can they crack the code in this timeout?
No, I mean, I don't really think so on this round. I mean, they could force if they really wanted to, but I mean, if you lose this round on a force, yeah, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a save, a bit of a half buy here.
Darkest Hour just has too much money saved up.
Exactly.
They're going to need a heroic play to win this one for sure. We've seen a couple close ones. It's not out of the question. I'd love to see Viquity go for a bit of a rush on their next buy round, as risky as it is. I think these long rounds are just not playing into their favor.
I'm surprised that Frizzy's actually able to get out of there when he does. He gets the kill, drops the bomb, but he was in a very forward position. I think if Viquity rushed him down, maybe surrounded him, they could have gotten another rifle from that. But
yeah, that was scary for a moment.
He's at least got one, and so looking to do as much damage as possible here. You can never count out any of these main teams in these ecos.
And they got that AK. That's the other big thing.
Yep.
Can they use it though? Easin, the retrievee.
Well, they've got the right idea. I mean, Axe is in the middle of the site here. There's one player playing towards Graffiti, but that's kind of out of the way. They're going to run all the way on to B site here, take these fights. Flashes will fly over to try and support these players sitting on the site, but it's a long execute. Yeah, they're just sitting here waiting for the support, waiting for the retake.
That's a win in their book. That's extra money in the pockets of Viquity. Even though they're not going to win this round, that's going to be an extra $600 a person just from that bomb plant.
Yeah, it does seem like Darkest Hour were playing kind of a retake setup on B from the jump there, so I think they're okay with giving up that bomb plant, but yeah, you said it. It's going to be some money in the pockets of Viquity. They'll be able to buy through these rifles as well as a whole load of utility as well. But it's a 9-3 Darkest Hour on the CT side. They're looking good.
They definitely won the half at this point. Liquidity needs to string some rounds here. There's no more chances. Definitely need to win this one, or Darkest Hour is more than likely going to run away with this game.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and Viquity, they need to cook something up good here. Not only should they win the round, but they need it to be convincing as well. Jono,
For sure.
He's looking to take these fights. Oh my god! Beautiful one tap from Jono.
Disgusting. He just shoots one bullet too. He just knows. Oh no, things are going horrible. What is happening? Through the tree. Yados thankfully says, what's this nonsense? Able to find one, takes another shot, can't quite connect it. He's got to get out of here or he's going to get pinched. And
Yeah, he's
committing. He's committed to this position. Can he get one before going down? That's really what he's hoping for. The smoke buys. He gets the one smoke. What is this? Is crazy.
I mean,
And just like that, Viquity goes from a 5 versus 3 down to a 3 versus 2. However, bomb being planted for them is the only redeeming factor for them. They need to win this.
here it comes. Flash over, looking to flood this site in the post plant. With still a player located towards long. They've got to find him first. Beautiful shot from Yados. He is doing so well here. One player to go here in long. Can't grab it with the off. Picks up the deagle, but luckily Wilson is right behind him to finish things off. And Yados, man, looking so
That was
impressive.
That was genuinely an insane round. The fact that Viquity got those opening 2 frags that in that fashion and still somehow lost that round, that's who would have wrote that? Hollywood acting.
Who's scripting this?
Someone, I don't know who, but however, thankfully, bomb plant, extra money, the previous bomb plant is going to allow them to get the 5 AK coveted T-side buy here. However, they have to win these last 2 rounds. Like, there truly is no more chances.
Yeah, it's really going to be a dire situation for them if Viquity can't pick up these last 2. 12-3 half on overpass is just not ideal whatsoever.
I don't even know if 11-4 is okay.
No.
I have to win pistol if it's 11-4. And Darkest Hour gets the opening, a lot of damage though.
Flash is good, but Bochy, he's got that spray lined up, so Raidza will fall. Although the man of the hour, Yados, he is watching this divider position, but that flash is going to force him to fall back. No, he's going to go for the repeak. Oh, he does not care. Look at the aggression on this guy. He lands the headshot with the Desert Eagle, and now will be able to fall back. Yados, he's feeling himself right now.
Maybe that's a combo I'm not utilizing enough. The deagle and the op. Putting it to work there, both weapons. And Yados rotating in.
Oh!
God, someone stop him. He is 17-5. 17-5.
Yeah, I mean, that is a huge kill. That bomb was about to go down. However,
Uh-oh.
Bochy, he's gotten all the way behind, and he will finally stop
That's
the
great
terror
bombs
that
down.
Yados is kind of spreading onto this team. Bomb will go down on the A side. It's all down to Frizzy, but he's taking out the bomb planter. Bochy in a perfect position to trade it out, though.
That was close. That was very close, though. He landed 2 shots into Bochy there. If one of those had been a headshot, that would have been Frizzy's round. That is pretty damn close. And Viquity wins that must-win. Big 1 versus 1 clutch there. Yados making it hard at every step of the way.
Guys truly popping off here in the first half, and that AWP really becoming a thorn in the side for Viquity.
Not
And
just the AWP, too.
yeah,
Don't forget that Desert Eagle now.
no, you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter what weapon's in his hands. He is getting
Absolutely.
consistent frags.
That's what you need on CT side overpass, too. I've noticed the rounds that I do more damage in, I tend to win, opposed to the rounds that I do less damage in.
Genius.
Math doesn't lie.
I got this boost on here in B short, seeing if anybody will be caught out of position. But Frizzy, he's the one that spotted it first, and that nade is going to land right on top of their heads. Doesn't do as much damage as what I initially thought it would, but
I've noticed he's not really going for that jump spot after what happened the previous round.
yeah, I don't blame him.
seems a slight change in the setup here. Another slow round too. This might be Darkest Hour's round because of this. These tend to favor them.
Yeah, I mean, just look at how many grenades they still have left over to counter
Two
this execute.
Molotovs. Yeah, this is bad.
Viquity, they're going to try to push in here. Frizzy tucks away towards the pit as they all start running towards him. He'll only be able to get the one. That's actually Axe on the backside towards Graffiti, who has been able to pick up that kill. Looking to dive his way into pit. Great kills found, and at least keeps it even. And who else but Yados to come through and get the clutch
Great, that
kills?
advantage. Whole round is being traded back and forth until Raid Boss Yados shows up. Makes it a 2 versus 1, and that's 11-4.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for Viquity to come back on. 11-4, 7 rounds down. You're going to need that pistol. We'll be back with the second half of Darkest Hour and Viquity. Stick with us, guys.
It's getting harder, you turn my heart up, throw me in water. I'm getting higher, just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion, just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're nothing.
I think I'm overdosing.
All right, a very strong CT side from Darkest Hour. Can they capitalize and finish things off here? With a 7-round differential, you feel like they should, Cash.
It's his overpass, though.
That's true.
God only knows. However, I think if Viquity does not win this pistol round, it's all but over. Duel coming out at mid. No frag found on either side. And we're going to see a P250 on the CT side? I just picked that up.
Yeah.
Wow. I have actually never seen that. No joke.
First for everything, Clef. And Flash will go over, looking to take mid control. There are a couple players tucked in towards connector here, so they have to be wary of that lurk. Ooh, good kill found. Ooh, Young Drippa, what a flick to the left side to take down Axe, and he'll tuck away. He will finally get taken down, but that is so much damage.
What more can you ask for? Quite frankly, gets 2 there, making an even scenario here. 3 versus 3, 60 seconds on the clock. They need to sniff out where the majority of the CT side is at. Knowing that it's 3 versus 3, and they're probably more stacked up on one side of the map than the other. However, they're not going to find out 2 players are over towards this B site with the execute Oh.
Well done.
Okay, that thing's a lot easier. Take back. Oh,
All right. Jono just taking it upon himself, and it'll be Aaron to
take
take
it back.
care of the rest. There you go. Viquity, they get the round that they absolutely needed to keep themselves alive in this one.
Jesus.
And off the back of some
That is what they needed.
just very good individual play there from Jono and Young Drippa.
First was clean, second was clean. What more can you say?
And just watch the masters at work.
They click the heads. Both teams forcing into this, though. This is anyone's round. Heavy mid control. 4 players over here. Oh, sorry, that's connector. I've been debated. They spread out.
Yeah, Darkest Hour, they actually wait out that Molotov that lands towards that T-ramp into playground. Bochi with the MP9. It is such a powerful weapon at that range.
I don't like that repeat, though, at 14 HP. I think that's a little bit eco-hungry there. You've got a teammate next to you with 100 points of health. There's just a chance that it goes 1 for 1 there. And why even give them that, quite frankly? Little things like that. As Yados, Raid Boss, still in it, is going to equalize, making it a 4 versus 4.
Viquity have cleared out all of the entrance of Monster, and so I do feel like rotations could come through, but they're actually going back down connector. And Aaron, he's holding his own with the submachine gun nearly 4. Young Drippa kind of steals that 4th one, but man, they were ready for that rotation.
Yeah, that was impressive shooting. Even gets the 3rd through the wall there. Absolutely filthy stuff. Pretty much the whole round was based around that connector position.
So they convert on the anti-eco. Darkest Hour investing into that previous round. They've got to save here. Couple deagles. P250 on Axe. But for the most
They're
part,
looking to get a kill or two, get a bomb plant, those type of things.
Yeah.
They're not looking to really win this one. However, with them playing a bit slow like this, slam dunk though. Just gonna say, if they play slow, maybe Viquity just dumps a bunch of utility and we'll have to reinvest. However, they're using their utility pretty good as they're able to double grenade him.
slowly working up long. Yato's playing anti-flash in case one does end up flying over, but for the most part, Viquity staying vigilant, playing pretty disciplined and conservative as well. But Young Drippa, he's going to check. He's getting a little curious over here.
There's a world where Darkest Hour gets this kill and is able to storm this A site. Could get dicey.
Ooh! Yatos.
Who else?
It's all down to Bochi. He's the only one here on this site. I mean, rotations are coming up, but...
Only one person.
Sprays down one, gets the second, looking for another. Not enough with that nade. It lands so perfectly. And now in a 2v3, they won't even allow that bomb to go down. It's a good trade from Yatos. And man, this guy, he has been backpacking Darkest Hour to these round wins. Can he do it again?
That the flanks
Oh!
Not like this. Anyway, but like this. 24-8. You know Aaron is sweating in this 1v1. He is not loving life as he gets one fake. He seems to know his position too. He's probably gonna. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yatos!
That's literally crazy.
This guy is on another plane of CSGO competitive right now. I mean,
he even gets the headshot after getting aim punched. If you saw, he got shot one time there with no armor. That's an insane last shot as well. What the hell is that?
I mean,
I stood up for that one. Oh my god.
Just give him a pro contract at this point with the way he's playing. 25 kills, 8 deaths, and that round so big. Viquity, they're kind of stuck with just the SMGs here. One rifle in the hands of Aaron. But now all of a sudden, look at the aggression here.
I'm surprised we didn't see a pause come through. They have to be pretty flustered after losing that one like that. But things go okay here as 4 versus 4. Yatos finds one. Frizzy going down on the other side of the map. We have a 3 versus 3. And 2 players are known, though, on Viquity here. And Yatos, I mean, why wasn't he going to find that frag? That makes it look easy.
Aaron gets caught. Oh, boy.
Oh! Yatos' hard work. It's not over, though. 2 versus 1.
I mean, this is straight up just Viquity running at them. They said, hey, can you deal with all of us? Everybody pushing through. Long, playground, B, it doesn't matter. Viquity are going to go right through.
One of us will get behind him.
Well, it's all about timing here. He's got to kind of worry about behind him and in front of him at the same time.
This utility.
Oh, that smoke is so devastating. That's another 20 seconds off unless Axe is going to go through this.
Oh, he finds the light there. If he walks in front of it, he might be able to spam him.
No
Because if the light... Oh my god. He is hugging the back wall. If he had been forward just a little bit, he would have seen the light disappear, which means there's a player standing in front of the light. Axe almost finds a kill. He gets the bomb. 20 seconds. He's gonna run it.
Oh, I mean, there is time.
However, he's in connector. There's no world.
Yeah, he's got...
Where?
I mean, really?
Maybe.
You could stick it on the backside of the pillar? Oh my goodness, Axe.
Not here either. He gets it. This is a raw 1 versus 1 now. I would say even in favor. He thinks it's A-site.
No, surely not.
No kit. This is a round over. It's already over.
How has this happened?
Right there. It's over. There's nothing else to be said.
I mean, he was close to the bomb. Surely the sound is like... He's just now noticing too.
Oh, he didn't see him jump over. He was spotting through tunnel there, that water. That's what happened.
Oh
my god.
my goodness.
Axe finds the only blind spot and sneaks into the B site. That's insane, actually.
Incredible work from Axe.
Oh my god. I thought he saw him. That's where our X-ray fooled us, deceived us. That's crazy. These rounds are actually...
So many of these rounds could go what we think one way, and then it goes the complete opposite. And honestly, Darkest Hour are really converting off these as well, because with that round win, you just have that one saved AK, and the rest of the team is going to have not much to work with.
Think of the mentality, too. That was a 1 versus 2 where they had the bomb down at the top of connector, and they somehow just lost that round. Things are not going too well over at Viquity. Comms are probably a little bit heated. So can they persevere through this? Because it's 6-13.
7-round lead for Darkest Hour, and these last 2 rounds, a 1v3 clutch from Yados, which was incredible, might even be LCA clip of the night, and then
Absolutely.
this play from Axe. I mean, the individual skill.
Craziest. They are going to force into it. I'd miss this, actually. They have to win this round, or they're broke next round. And he gets Molotov'd out. 40 points of chip damage. Immediately. Call it fire safety team. Is that what they're called?
Fire safety team?
Yeah, I don't know. Good question. It's Darkest Hour doing their Viquity impression, playing this round pretty slow, working the map. They even dodged that offing. I don't know if you saw that. They're looking like a well-oiled machine as that flash pops, 2 players swing, and then they regroup instantly back to top connector. I think B site's gonna be the move.
I mean, if they can take down Jono, who's sitting right outside that connector door, that's it. That's B site taken, although Young Drippa, he's close. And he is taking these fights with the MP9. It's a good trade from Raids, although he takes a good bit of damage as well. And now off the back of those 2 kills, you would think that Darkest Hour feel pretty comfortable towards pushing towards this A site, but there's 2 players waiting here. It's a stack.
20 seconds. They have to go to this A site. Can they hold? Can they crack this open?
Oh.
Yes, they can.
I mean,
great stuff. Post plan achieved. 1 player spotted, 1 defined. This is pretty much Darkest Hour's round, unless something goes terribly wrong. And Yados, who else, getting his 28th kill. 3 versus 1 presented. Aaron needs to win this. However, how can he? No kit.
Yeah, no kit. I was thinking he might have gone for a ninja, but Darkest Hour also staying vigilant, holding their ground, making sure that does not happen. So as soon as they hear that tap, they'll probably all swing in on him.
All 3 homies are swinging on him as he decides to cut his losses, save the armor, and steal away an AK. Is he even going to get away in time? Yes.
Yep.
Right in the corner.
They'll be okay. And so,
another great round.
Yeah, 14th for Darkest Hour, closing in on the victory here, and this would be quite an impressive one against a team like Viquity. 5-2 on the season, 5-win streak, and yeah, they forced into it. They have nothing in this round. They could either force up again.
Rifle.
They're going to. They're not playing for overtime.
They're stuck in this loop. They're stuck in this forcing loop. They will never get that great of a CT buy off, unfortunately. Unless someone goes absolutely Travis Scott sicko mode here.
Oh, good boost.
That 1 rifle, putting in that work, that's exactly what they needed.
Oh, and Young Drippa connects onto the head of Axe, so maybe not all lost just yet. They'll toss that rifle over to Bochi. And now, 2-man advantage.
Any 16-14 believers? Why did I say it? They're looking strong this round, too. Not only are they winning this round, they're really winning it. However, no one's on the A side.
Yeah, I mean, he's working his way up there right now. I think he'll even get there before Yados
don't
and
know it's
Reza do
open.
arrive. Although you cannot count out Yados. That's one thing that we've learned during this match.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to see. Yados, the raid box is still in it.
Well, he's dead.
However, I mean, what are we saying? What do we know?
Yeah, I don't know anything.
5 AKs retrieved. This is actually, no joke, exactly what they need to get back into this. They're able to save 5 people alive there and retrieve 5 rifles. They've got 1 in the tank now. Can maybe force an overtime. Worst comes to worst.
Yeah, it's best case scenario for them right now. Still, it's quite an uphill battle. 7 rounds down, and Darkest Hour know that they have these rounds to kind of work with. Not necessarily throw away, but you can afford to lose a couple of them.
For sure. They just need to remember to breathe. As long as they stay composed, this is pretty much their match. Great 1-for-1 there.
Nice.
Who else? Yados.
I mean,
Exactly who you want alive in the 2 versus 3 here.
yeah, they're down a player. But Wilson, if he can find this frag towards Jono, that's an open B site. That would be so much information given over. The bomb is still over here towards T-spawn, so Yados does have to pick that up. Viquity, though, they've got Eason walking all the way down long. I mean, it's not a whole lot.
They've kind of split them up a little bit, though. This is what you want in a 3 versus 2. Maybe they can find a 2 versus 1 somewhere in the map and make it a 2 versus 2 and equalize here. So things look a little bit scary here. However, it's doable.
I need to see Yados get a 30th. We need to see that
For
30
sure.
bomb. They're going to walk right onto this B site. I mean, Jono, he is
like it.
playing pretty far back, and all it takes is 1 bullet to the dome with that AK in
He gets
hand.
caught throwing utility, jiggling a little bit too wide. Yados might take his head off. And they sneak past it. I thought that was the other. Oh, my Aaron. He's
Okay.
heating up.
So,
Okay. That's over. Nice try, though. They got 2 frags there into that buy.
nice flick from Aaron. And
sure.
for Darkest Hour, they've got to save. So I think Viquity, they might be able to take it round by round, and all of a sudden, you're getting 2 to 3 rounds wins at a time. It can get close and might, might get some hair raises on these Darkest Hour players. Look at the aggression once again. They're going all the way down long, flash over, M4s in hand. The swing is in. Oh,
no.
goodness, it's
Oh
all
my
going
God.
bad.
This is too. No way that. What? I cannot believe that. This is literally scripted, I think.
Eason,
Just kidding.
he'll at least be able to take one of those players down towards long with that AWP in hand. It is a lot
needed
more
that.
difficult.
They didn't just need that, but they needed that. However, 2 guns to work with. Yados down, however. 3 versus 3 here.
Man, it's really all about timing at this point. If Darkest Hour
Next
push
frag
the right
wins this
side at the
round.
right
I'm
moment,
calling it here. Whoever gets this next pick is gonna win the round.
yeah, you called it.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I had to, you know.
Mm.
Ouch, that's meaty. Well, see ya. On to the next. Unless.
1v3, Axe, he'll take down the
There's a
offer,
chance.
25 seconds to go. Looking to reposition here. He's gone
Get a
towards
bomb
truck.
plant too. This is kind of a win.
Yeah, they've heard him towards truck there.
Valiant attempt, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
9-14. That 7-round lead dwindling to a 5-round lead. However, Darkest Hour gonna be purchasing into it. See how they decide to play this gun round.
I mean, despite Viquity winning all these rounds in a row, with that CT side being so expensive, all it's going to take is maybe 1 round
For sure.
to put them in a bit of a difficult financial situation.
1 player with 5,500, 2 players around 3,000. They can probably scrounge up 1 single buy, but
Yep.
it's definitely not pretty.
I like this from Darkest Hour. Taking the
This
fight
is a
to
hard
long.
setup to break into, though. Just the double bathroom setup. very hard to predict. However, they back out of it. Very slow start. Neither team want to give either team an advantage here. They know this round's very impactful.
All 5 players gathered up.
We'll see who first.
Yeah, this is quite a weird spot to be in for Darkest Hour. They do have full bathrooms control, but nobody over towards that B site to kind of keep those rotators in their spot. Grenades will fly
comfortable
in.
playing this defense. That's what they're saying by doing this. However, they haven't baited out any counter utility. This might be a problem for Darkest Hour. Just kidding when that happens. Going 1 for 1.
Bochi, he is swinging in and taking it all on himself. A triple kill, and Wilson, he's actually snuck through,
How
but
does he know?
he's been spotted. I don't know. I'm going to be honest.
Insane.
10 seconds to go. He gets the first, can't land the second. Aaron right there to return fire. And so...
Bochi the Glock won that.
Yeah.
Won that for his team.
I mean, there it is. Probably a pause from Darkest Hour here, looking to kind of regroup, take a breath, and say, hey, guys, let's relax here. Let's make sure that we're
still winning.
Crossing our T's and dotting our I's. It's a comfortable lead still.
They at least can get some solace in knowing that it took a hero play to win that CT round. That looked like it was going to be Darkest Hours if Bochi the Glock did not just get that miracle 3K.
14-10, the score line. Darkest Hour, I believe at one point it was 14 to what, 6 or 7?
I think it was 7-round lead, right?
Yeah.
So what would that be? 14-7, 14-8?
Pretty incredible that Viquity
They've only
stuck
had
around.
one buy around. Full purchase. I think they had 1 half buy and 1 eco though in Darkest Hour's defense here. And this is also going to be another half buy-ish. So this should be Viquity's round unless some heroics can be played out.
Yeah, this is what we call the meat grinder, Cash, and Bochi. He'll pad his stats right there.
Another 3-piece. And a 4th this time. He's going to go 1 extra. Making 11-14. Darkest Hour, they want to win this round here. Things are going to get scary if they don't.
Yeah, I think if Darkest Hour don't win this round, then there is some cause for concern here. All of a sudden, you could see a 14-13, maybe even a 14-14, because CSGO, it's just such a momentum-based game, and if Viquity are really in a flow state, all of a sudden,
And
Darkest
on the
Hour,
CT side,
yeah, they're feeling a little bit insecure.
you rush though, maybe.
Well, I mean,
I like it. Change it up. Things aren't going too well over towards the A site. I feel like they've ended a lot of the rounds over there. However, just change up the pace and hit it B. Is Viquity going to be ready? Because they've only got 2 players here.
Jono, they'll get one
1 for 1.
immediately traded. Aaron looking to survive, but he won't for
enough?
much longer. 3v3, Darkest Hour, they've got control of the site. Heaven Smoke to go down, and they're looking to make sure they cover all their bases.
This is tick-tock on the clock. However, bomb finally being punched in. 3 versus 3. Last smoke. Gonna be saved. And it's gonna be a saving grace. He knows the Molotov's coming in. He's able to extinguish it now. If he had used that smoke, that would not have been the case.
Oh, Frizzy on the backside here. He could catch a timing onto an unsuspecting Young Drippa. He's found the site anchor, looking for more, but is he worried about the backside? Bochi is coming in, flying. Frizzy, the last man alive, and has he been spotted towards construction? The flash. He's got to spray through it, or at least come through the smoke. Can he line it up? He's getting close! No! The full 5-second defuse comes in, and with Eason only at 13 HP.
1 away. If he had 1 extra bullet in that mag, he would have killed him there. I don't know if you saw that. He got him down to 13 points of health, and then ran out of... His teammate body blocked, saving that round. That's crazy. That is as close as it gets, quite frankly.
My goodness. It's coming down to the wire, Cash.
They get the plant, though. With this extra money, they're able to fully invest into it. 5 AKs, 5 sets of utility. Can they put it to work?
They gotta go big. More specifically, someone else to rally around. He's in.
The toes.
He'll tag Yados down. The top fragger for this squad, forced to play a more passive role here now.
Yeah, that's huge. That's bomb spotted too on the mini map. They know that B site's probably the target here. Bombs that forward. 3 defenders here and 1 player on the A site, kind of scooting back, able to rotate fast if needed.
They're trying to push in. Axe, the last remaining aggressor, but Aaron is stuck in the pit right there, doing an excellent job of holding things down. Yados, we call on his name again. He has been the carry for Darkest Hour here tonight, but a 1v2 and no
I think we're
information
asking
on these
a lot
players.
on 17 points of health.
It's
but
gonna be tough. Fakes the bomb plant, but Bochi's
it's
coming
over.
around the backside, and oh boy,
Bochi.
Viquity.
Absolutely on fire these last couple rounds, though.
He really has picked it up when he needs to. And all of a sudden, Viquity are 1 round down from tying this. Listen, it was way back when it was like 14-7, 14-8, and you're like, any 16-14ers?
Why did I say it?
You said it.
Oh, no.
You said it. So better get your written
You brought it
apology
back
ready.
up, though. I mean,
Well,
here's
hey,
that more fault.
that's true. It could be a double back.
Oh, no.
Get your written apology ready for
Not
Darkest
over
Hour
yet,
if
though.
they lose this.
I'll get my PR team on it ASAP.
Money to buy back in for Darkest Hour, so not all hope being lost.
No op.
That is
No op
true.
on that CT side. And they got, I think they were averaging about 1 to 2 frags per round on the op, too, on the CT side defense. Bochi with an AK, though. That might be enough.
Oof, double nade stack onto
Ooh.
Wilson. He gets dropped to 43 health points.
He is now susceptible to that 1 headshot from an M4.
Very safe approach from Darkest Hour towards Playground. They've realized that Viquity, they like to get aggressive at random times throughout this game, and so they've got to respect it. Smoke will fly over to cover that initial angle towards bathrooms, and
Great counter utility, my
that's
god.
fantastic. It keeps him stuck in the connector.
The guy was walking forward. And he takes it. That's information gain, too. "60 seconds. 5 versus 5. There's 2 players in this long bathroom position. This round is about to come to a point. It's tipping point.
10 players alive with 40 seconds to go. Axe has found the first pick, but Raidza goes down to Young Drippa, who is holding the long bathroom side. And here come the rotators with 30 seconds to go. Darkest Hour pushing into this site, but Axie can't line up the spray down. Jono peeking around through the dumpster, looking to get things closer to a round win. It's all down to Frizzy, and he's only found the one towards long. Yados,
Great
1v3, stuck towards Truck, and they're going to swing in on him. And it'll be Jono to take him down. This game is tied, ladies and gentlemen.
They are digging deep, that's for sure. One thing I'm noticing on Darkest Hour is they leave Yados with the bomb for the clutch. Seems that they're relying pretty big on him, quite frankly. We're 14 to 14. I'm nervous and I'm not even playing.
Full loss bonus in effect for Darkest Hour, so they'll be able to buy back in, although 3 Galeals for Wilson, Frizzy, and Yados. That's not ideal, although you can catch it timing. There's a chance to grab a frag here, but Viquity are looking super strong.
Look at that damage.
Oh, they're going right through the smoke. Oh, Bochi!
He's there. He's of course there. He's everywhere.
Oh, and a third from Bochi! Looking for the 4th. He's got him in his sights, but Frizzy,
It's damn. Oh my god. He almost killed him too.
he'll be able to stop his reign of terror for now. Although, in a 4v2 and Frizzy at only 14 HP, it's looking very unlikely.
Someone's gonna have to go absolutely nuclear. They don't even know Young Drippa's here. Bochi's the only one who's been spotted. However, gigs up with him tossing that utility, creating a little bit of space here. There's definitely a world that they can win this. There's 2 players on the A site, 2 players on the B site. We have 2 different 2v2s presented. If they cleanly get 1 apiece here, could be just a 2v2 post plant scenario. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. That actually has to happen.
Yeah, and he spotted these two players pushing in now. Wilson, he's got to go big. Finds the first, swinging towards long, gets the second. Oh my goodness, the 2 kills that they needed. But the error, oh, Aaron, it flies in. The HE, he calls in.
Dodging in the 1 versus 2. However, 18 points health, 20 seconds. How does he realistically get this done? Good try to crack open that 4 versus 2, even down to a 2 versus 2. That nade didn't come through. I think we have a whole different scenario. And just like that, Viquity match point, 15-14 here. Darkest Hour is now forced to win this round to even just force overtime.
And Bochi about to hit the 30 bomb of his own, 29 and 23. Coming alive when the team needed him the most. One more round will do it to complete this comeback. Bring it to fruition, and the server is down. Okay.
No. Oh no, it's because it ended.
I believe that the game has ended, because I know there is a delay on the Go TV. I've had this happen before where
I hate to say it. I think Darkest Hour has been defeated. I don't know what this means.
Yeah, whenever it freezes.
That's a
like
heartbreaker.
this.
I feel for them. Because they played this game really well, I would say. I don't even think it's their fault.
Let me take a look at the ESEA page here, just so we can confirm things. Even the ESEA page isn't caught up with us. The server's being restarted. I think the game is over.
Yeah, I would assume. It's kicking us out because it closed.
Yep, I do believe so. I'm going to check the chat one more time. Yep, we're seeing GG's. Okay, that is the game. It is very unfortunate. You kind of got to blame ESEA on this one. Are we going to cut the cams here? Yeah, that really does suck. With how tense. With how tense.
That was a game, though. My God.
Exactly. I mean, what a comeback from Viquity. This is a stinger for Darkest Hour. They look so good on their CT side, or their T side, I should say. They keep it close on the CT side as well, but just can't close it out. All they needed was 2, but I mean...
So many times we saw 2 versus 1s and things like that, however. It's hard to win those, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, extremely unfortunate. And we do apologize that we couldn't bring you that final round. It was so tense up until the end, but ESEA, the servers, that's just how it goes. So, I mean, that will pretty much do it for us here on the Darkest Hour Twitch channel. I want to appreciate and thank Darkest Hour for allowing us to be here and casting the game. It was a good one all the way through. I mean, despite the loss, still a very entertaining game overall. I hope you guys did enjoy the casting. I think Cash did a really good job on his first duo cast ever. You wouldn't think it with how well things did, but he did a fantastic job. And
thanks, man.
You know, keep your heads up for Darkest Hour. Still plenty of season left, and they look good. Just got to learn how to close those games out. But I mean, that'll pretty much do it. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for interacting with us as well. Super fun game. GG's all around. 16-14, the final score. Viquity, they take it. They win the comeback, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a nice night.
Running and I say, trying to go back. Can't stand. Can't stand. Can't stand. Can't stand. Can't stand. Can't stand. Can't stand emotions, it's like a fire. What can I do, baby? 2 weeks without see you, I can't wait so long. What can I do, baby? Can't stand. Can't stand, 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 can't stand.